News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. The headlines. Discos hike electricity tariffs, secretly consumers kick. Federal government to stop payment of fuel subsidy by June 2023. Scores of bandits killed, 2 arrested in Bauchi. And on the foreign scene, Russia says toll from Ukraine strike rises to 89. And in sports, Amnesty asks Ronaldo to highlight human rights issues in Saudi Arabia. And those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Electricity distribution companies have quietly increased the tariff payable by power consumers across the country. Although most of the discos across the country did not have the public, electricity users have kicked against the move, describing it as a perfect robbery amidst the harsh economic realities in Nigeria currently. Reacting to the price hike, a resident of a Lagos Highbrow estate, Mr. Oyesola, lamented the increase, saying that electricity tariff is now 72.2% from 66.0 naira. NAC, however, did not announce the latest hike in tariff, which a power distribution company attributed to the regulator on Wednesday. A Twitter user, Oyibo Edire, accused the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company of quietly increasing the tariff in December, alleging that from the raised rates for non-maximum demand consumers by 12.65 naira. Replying to the tweet, the AEDC, via its official Twitter handle, explained that the tariff hike was based on the order of NERC. However, the response could not be obtained from the power regulator as of the time of filing this report. The federal government has said that it will not stop the payment of fuel subsidy by the end of June 2023. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, disclosed this during the public presentation of the 2023 federal government budget. Mrs. Zainab disclosed that in 2023 fiscal period, the government has made provisions of 3.336 trillion naira for fuel subsidy payment to cover the first 6 months of this year. This, she stated, is in line with the 18-month extension announced in early 2022. Breaking down the budget, the minister noted that the nation's revenue performance as at November 2002 stood at 6.5 trillion naira. Representing an 87% of SET's target of 7.8 trillion naira for the year. An analysis of the key contributions to the revenue collection according to the Minister of Finance and Planning includes a 586 billion naira collection from the federal government customs, 15 billion naira independence revenue collection, 1.3 trillion naira as well as a 3.7 trillion naira collection from other sources of revenue. Top sectors that contribute to the growth of the economy in 2002 includes agriculture at 23%, information and communications technology, trade, manufacturing, with the oil and gas sector contributing just about 5.6%. Ahead of the 2023 general election, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it has received the last consignment of the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, BVERS machines. The National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee of the Commission, Festus Okoye, made this known in a statement made available to Channels Television on Wednesday. He said INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, National Commissioner and Senior Official of the Commission, were at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, to receive the BVERS on Tuesday to facilitate the smooth delivery of the machines. Okoye said the Commission created 4 airport hubs in Abuja, Kano, Lagos and Port Harcourt. He added that the Commission appreciates the support of all Nigerians in its determination to conduct free, fair, credible, and transparent and inclusive 2023 general elections facilitated by the deployment of technology. The BVERS is one of the major technologies INEC is deploying to ensure credible and transparent polls next month. Men of the Bauchi State Police Command have reportedly killed several bandits and kidnappers during a gun battle at the Yankari Game Reserve Forest in the Al-Galeri local government area of the state. The State Police Public Relations Officer Ahmed Wakil, in a statement on Wednesday, said the command recovered 2 AK-47 rifles from the bandits. He added that the operatives of the anti-kidnapping unit Base 4 of the command arrested 4 people and camped them in the Yankari Game Reserve forest and collected a ransom of 20 million naira. The governor of Plateau State, Simon Bakola Long, has approved the appointment of Abdullahi Idris as the 25th Rekna of Bashar in Wasa local government area of the state. Abdullahi Idris is the brother of the late Rekna of Bashar, Adamu Idris, who died on 25th of September 2022. Until his appointment, Abdullahi Idris was a principal manager of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC). The appointment followed the recommendation of the kingmakers after presenting the name of Abdullahi Idris, which the governor approved. The new Rekna of Bashar will enter his palace on Friday, 6 January 2023. Former Minister of Special Duties Alhaji Muhammad Bello Kirfi has lost his title for allegedly disrespecting Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad. The Bauchi Emirate Council, which removed the elder statesman as council member and stripped him of his traditional title of Wazir Bauchi, also accused him of disloyalty. The letter of removal was signed by the council secretary Alhaji Shehu Mudi Muhammad, dated January 3, 2023, in 2017. Kirfi was suspended as the Wazir Bauchi by the Emir of Bauchi, Dr. Rilwanu Suleiman Adamu. He was subsequently reinstated by Governor Muhammad, who presented the letter of reinstatement at Kirfi's residence in Bauchi on August 5, 2002. Meanwhile, the State Commissioner for Cooperative and SMEs Development, Hajia Asma'u Kirfi, has resigned less than 24 hours after her father, Alhaji Bello Kirfi, was stripped of his traditional title of Wazir Bauchi and removed as a council member of the Bauchi State Emirate Council for disrespecting the governor. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Local Government Affairs, Harsanu Guyaba, has also resigned from his position. Both tendered their resignation without stating any reasons for doing so. And on the foreign scene, the toll from a Ukrainian New Year strike in Kharkiv have risen to 89. Moscow said Wednesday after Russia's gathered to mourn the troops in a rare public display of anger and grief. Russia said in the early hours of Wednesday that more bodies have been found under the rubble in the town of Kharkiv in the Russian-controlled region of Donetsk, and the toll had risen to 89. The Defense Ministry declared that the tragedy had taken place because Russian troops had used cell phones, giving away their location to Ukrainian forces. Russia said on Monday that 62 troops had been killed, the biggest loss of life from a single strike reported by Moscow since the start of the offensive in February. Ukraine struck a temporary base in Kharkiv at 12:01 a.m. local time in January 1 using U.S.-supplied HIMARS rocket systems, Sarvlov said. And in sports, Cristiano Ronaldo have been asked to speak out about human rights issues in Saudi Arabia after completing his big money move to Al Nassr. The Portugal superstar, who was greeted by fireworks and defensive roars at Al Nassr Marsol Park Stadium on Tuesday, said he wanted to be part of the success of the country and the culture of the country. The 37-year-old left Manchester United in November after an explosive interview in which he criticized the club and manager Erik ten Hag. Amnesty International said Ronaldo's signing is part of a wider pattern of sport washing in Saudi Arabia. The arrival of the former Real Madrid forward comes against the backdrop of a Saudi push into sports including golf, boxing, tennis and F1 as well as football, following the takeover of English Premier League club Newcastle United in 2021. The Gulf nation is also mulling a joint bid to co-host the 2030 World Cup. With this story, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at TUNTBE Radio FM TV, respectively. My name is Ruqayyat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs. Unity.